with my own eyes. So that's Islam. And these books they're not easy. This book it's a really tough book to read. I mean, I had the good fortune of reading it with some people that understood it really well. And I'm in an unbroken chain back to Ahmed Zarruq. And so this isn't Foucaultian archaeology of knowledge with trying to work out what things were and what they meant. No, we believe in unbroken oral tradition, transmission, that meanings are transmitted in each generation. And those meanings we know. If you want to know what these words mean, we know what they mean. We know what they mean because our teachers have been teaching these books in an unbroken chain. I have this literally back to Ahmed Zarruq, and I can name every single person in that lineage. When I studied Imam al-Bajuri's text, I studied it with somebody who 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 studied it with Imam al-Bajuri. Each one. And that's true for all the books that I've read with my teachers. They're books of unbroken chains. So we know what these things mean. And if you're going to come and tell me now that they all got it wrong, well, that means just go join another religion. You know, become a Marxist. Like, I wish Daesh would just be Marxist. Just do it in the name of Karl Marx. You know, do it in the name of pure power, whatever. Why are you tainting our religion? Because it's not Islam. What you're saying is not Islam. It's not. And did Muslims do some barbaric things, some horrific things? Yes, undeniably. Did some of the fuqaha justify some of these things? Yes, you will find that. Is that normative Islam? No. You can find everything in Islam. You can find burning apostates. There are opinions. There are legal opinions for that, burning apostates. Is that normative Islam? No. It was rejected. What are these guys doing? They're pulling out these things and they're saying, this is, oh, well, they did it, so we can do it. That's not what our fuqaha said. So in the hadith that Ali burnt apostate, any hadith that has Ali, even if it's sahih, that puts him in a bad light, is questionable. But the hadith is in a chapter on the prohibition of using fire to kill people. So why is he putting the hadith in that chapter to say, I'm aware of this hadith. I'm aware of it, but that's not the ruling. Irrespective of the hadith and the soundness of its chain, this is not the Sharia of Islam. Yes, Muslims did tear down churches. It happened historically. Did the Prophet ever do that? No. What do we know about him? Lam yahdim ma'badan. He never destroyed a place of worship. Did Muslims do that? Yes. Did they justify it by Sharia? Yes. Is that normative Islam? No. So you can take the tradition and you can make it look evil and put it all in. I could do that with Judaism, I could do it with Christianity, and I could do it with Islam. I could write a book on Islam to make it look like the most evil religion, only using Quran, Hadith, and the opinions of ulama in the tradition of Islam. And this is what these people have done, like Robert Spencer and others, using a lot of the Israeli research, because they go through all our books and they pull out every ugly thing and they say, here's Islam. But that's not Islam. I don't care what Graham Wood says. I don't care what Bernard Heikel says. It's not Islam. And you can't tell me. I'm in a chain. And I'm not an apologist for this religion. Unless you want to use that word to mean a defender. But I'm not hiding stuff. I'm not redacting. I'm not saying, oh, let's set this aside here. No, I know what the religion says. I know some of the things that are troubling in the religion. I know all that stuff, and you can put it all on the table. But what is normative Islam? And then what is slavery acceptable today? No. Our nations signed international agreements to abolish slavery. Those agreements are binding because you cannot break agreements. So nobody can break off and say, oh, we don't accept that. No, it's an ijma' of the Muslims. Slavery was outlawed on this planet, and the Muslims signed all those accords, and the ulama agreed on it. Mauritania abolished slavery in the 60s. Saudi Arabia abolished slavery in the 60s. And the ulama all accepted it. There was an ijma' of the ulama. You can't just bring it back. It's as simple as that. So slavery is over. You can't take Yazidis and make them slaves. I'm sorry. It's not Islam. This is our religion. Anyway, I'm on my soapbox again. My apologies. Tough times.